Every so often in the mainstream media and on social media, you come across these articles or these clips that talks about Jamaican brain drain. Is there anything that we can do as a people to minimize this brain drain? And what impact does it actually have on us as a nation? Let's jump into it.
The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at 5 ways in which, as a people and as a country, Jamaica can combat this brain drain idea that keeps circulating and making its way on the internet or on social media. Now, first, let's ask ourselves the question, is this brain drain really a thing? Now, when we look at it in its totality, global migration has been a thing that has been happening for ages, and people are constantly leaving our countries and going abroad for better opportunities. And oftentimes they are going from some of the common fields such as teaching and nursing and other areas like that. We also have significant number of people who are graduating from these professions. And yes, like it is in most other countries, some of these people, although they graduate from educational establishment or nursing institutions, they don't necessarily go on to do work in those fields. And so it's hard to really judge on how many teachers leave teachers college actually go into education as a profession, to base that on how many people are going to be available in those professions. And of course, significant numbers of them, once they've garnered the level of experience that they need, they go abroad, which makes room for other people who are coming out of college and university to be able to occupy these spaces that are created. This does come at an expense because their experience that they're garnering, they've garnered it here in our system, and we do not get the long-term benefits from it. So how are some of the ways in which these things can be combated? One of the fundamental reasons people move from one country and go to another is because of the economical benefit that it will have to them. And oftentimes when these jobs are being advertised from other countries, they make it look so glorious because they present it in terms of the income, and people who are calculating how much they would earn calculate it in their currency, which makes it look a lot in comparison to the earning potential they have in their country. But the reality is that calculation does not also shows the expenses that they're going to be facing when they go to the countries that they're going to be picking up these roles, because a dollar is a dollar in any man's country. The fact is that cost of living is usually high in those countries, and therefore it doesn't balance out when people actually make that transition as they thought it would when they were planning their journey. The other thing that is not shown is the demand of those jobs, where you are now compared to where you are going, and the high levels of stress that people in those countries doing those jobs oftentimes experience. Now, the most effective way of combating this specific concern is by developing a system of patriotic nation building. And that is about not just people showing pride in their country, but people being rewarded for the things that they are doing for the country and being rewarded in a way that is significant to their survival and their existence. One of the things that has been happening is that there has been a significant increase in teacher payout each year, and this has started earlier and it's continuing to progress through the next coming years to build out and increase pay packages so that teachers can feel that they are better rewarded for the service that they are giving. And this is also happening in some of the other civil servant roles that exist in the country at the moment. Nevertheless, some of our thinking that we display as Jamaicans causes us to still think as though Jamaica, which now belongs to us as a people, that we are still serving the colonial people. And so sometimes we do things that are more destructive to our country than to be able to work collaboratively and collectively as a group for a similar cause and purpose. Another point too is to ensure that we're providing training opportunities for other areas that are growing up now in the global space and preventing the oversaturation of areas that we already have a lot of people in. And the government is starting to look at how to do this. And also individuals who are offering training opportunities are also exploring this. So there is looking at building out tech industries and other areas that will then mean that some of the professions that are currently saturated will be less saturated in the future. Nevertheless, there's one other thing to think about, because a lot of people go to teachers' colleges, for example, because it's just more affordable for them. The economics of it makes perfect sense. And so they go and do that so that they have their bachelor's, and then they can look into other career paths that it can lend itself to for them for the future. So making some of the access to the courses more affordable will also increase the likelihood that people will go into a wider variety of career paths that can then be retained in Jamaica. The third one is an increase in wage packages so that it better reflects the wage within our region that we are living in, and also a better reflection of cost of living within the country. And this is something that I've already mentioned that is also being undertaken as an initiative. It has already started, and it will build out and take a time in order to get to the final destination that they're looking to achieve. And this is the similar way that it is done in other countries. As a teacher in the UK, it's the similar thing that we experienced. We had a pay freeze for a significant period of time, and then over time they started to gradually increase our pay. And just recently they've done a significant increase to try and combat some of that stagnation that the teacher's income was having, for example. And Jamaica is now looking at building that out with a steady increase through the years so that they can get it up to a threshold that it needs to be, and then have gradual increases from there on. Much of the Jamaican education construct is still so very fundamentally colonial. And even though they've done a revisit of the curriculum recently and tried to build it out in a way that they would consider to be better, it is still in a system that is highly linked to the colonial era. And therefore, it still needs to have a lot of work being done to bring it up to where global education is, and education in some of the countries where education is considered to be great. And so as a country, we need to do better at reflecting on the curriculums that we're offering so that we can offer an unbiased curriculum system that better reflects the global workplace and the demands that are being created as the society evolve and as we go into this next period of industrialization and global advancement. Which brings us to our fifth point. Global migration for work and for economic reason is as old as time, and it's not going to go away. What the Ministry of Labour needs to do is to get ahead of the train, and in so doing, they create a career and employment arbitrage service. And in so doing, what they're doing is utilizing the career fields that currently exist, that are oversaturated and are also in high demands in other countries, and using it as a tool to be able to get employment for their people at a good package rate, and also get some benefit for themselves, and also money that can go back into training so that they can train more people that are in the local. So that this whole process of replacing those skilled professionals that have gone abroad to fulfill duties and responsibilities there for their own purposes and their own needs does not have a fallout impact on Jamaica, because Jamaica is already ahead of the process. Now, places like Ghana has taken this up and are doing that with their nurses, for example. And there are other countries who have recognized that this is something that they as a people can profit from, and therefore they are doing their own recruitment provisions to get their people into good employment in other countries where they are needed. Many of the articles or the stories that I have seen on mainstream media or on social media platforms are only highlighting the negative side of the so-called brain drain or people migrating. But this is not something that is just commonplace to us. People in the United States of America and Canada and the United Kingdom and other countries like this are also having the same thing. There are lots of teachers who are leaving the UK and going to the Middle East and other countries like that to go and take up teaching roles because the British QTS is in high demand there. And so in the same way, they are going there to fill the gaps that are in those areas. Then the gaps in the UK also need to be filled. And therefore people from places like Jamaica or Canada are going to the UK to fill those places, those gaps. And so it's about recognizing that this is going to continue to be a cycle, and then finding solutions that address the problem. Because at the end of the day, we need experienced and efficient professionals, and we can create, train, and educate those in this very country, and be less impacted by those who choose to migrate elsewhere for their own personal needs.
This evening is karaoke night, and we're going to be sharing some of that with you, and this is our setup. So we're using sinking as our karaoke.
Are you ready? Because I am going to be winning.
Nope. I will even put up the Jam Fam cup as the prize, but I am winning this.
Okay. So you think we'll see?
So I know. So for this karaoke challenge, I'm even going to put up the Jam Fam cup, and to win you have to guess the lyric. Well, not like guess it, but you have to sing the song without seeing it. So that's
Without
why I
seeing
know
what?
the lyrics. You should know since you're always singing them correctly.
Okay, so you know for a fact that this is now where you have just rigged this so you get...
Rigged what? You should know the lyrics to the songs.
Why?
You should
And
know.
I have all of the brain space to keep that when we have so many other things that keep in our head.
But you should just know. Well, if you want the Jam Fam trophy, you can have it.
I'm not backing down from a challenge.
You can have it. It's just collecting dust in my room.
I'm not backing down from the challenge, so bring it.
Okay.
Well, I'll just have to see how long I can go without the lyrics. Me see how we go. Where's my microphone?
You get the wireless.
Okay. So, what we're doing? Testing our diaphragm sitting down? Okay, ready. Who's going first? Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That means you go first.
Okay. Ready.
Choose yours.
Hey! It's a long time we haven't sung that one. I have to watch the video of it after we finish.
Well,
There is no... Guys. Jam Fam Tribe, no need to wonder who won this one, okay? No need to
here you
guess
go.
who won this one.
No.
What?
Thank you.
That was so mean.
You see the dust?
What you say? I can put it back for your shelf?
Yep, same place I just went and got it from.
Again.
Do you want to hold it? No. You can hold it when you win.
That is so mean. So we were going to share with you some of our karaoke night the other night. Eliona won, and we were doing our praise off tonight, and we thought we will put that in for you, just showing you some of what we get up to. She did give me some tough songs, boy, and I also and I found these songs that I know are going to complement her voice, and it was a good one, and we are aware of the many copyright infringements, so we didn't want to put that in.
Anyone because you chose good songs?
No, I'm saying you won fair and square. Like, anybody can see that you're going to win and not me. And although I love music and I love praise and I love worship, I need to manage the vocals. So yeah, but I'm just not. I don't think I'm caring to make the notes work, because I just want to sing the praise. Whilst some people are more strategic at doing that, like you are. Okay, so my song is "Great Is Thy Faithfulness," and I will sing the first verse and the chorus. Is that okay? Okay then, so it goes like this. Great is thy faithfulness. I was singing the wrong song. It's after me.
Don't stop it, more on the group at the end. Remember having the group of them at the end. Yeah.
I was actually singing. This is the one with the tune. I'm come out is great is thy mercy towards me. Your loving kindness towards
So just sing that song then.
Your tender mercies I see day after day, forever faithful towards me. You're always providing for me. Great is your mercy towards me. Great is your grace. Great is your mercies towards me. Great is your grace. That's that one. It's not the song that I wanted to sing, but it's the song I end up singing.
I say of the Lord that He is my refuge. In Him will I put all of my trust. He's taking me daily.
Oh yeah.
From glory to glory, in Him will I trust, in Him will I trust. Some trust in chariots, oh no, and some trust in horses, but I will remember the name of my God. He is a warrior, yes He is, and yes He is mighty. In Him will I trust, in Him will I trust.
Yay!
And I'll rise like the waves, I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I'll rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. We're all in this together. The Jam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me. The Jam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me. The Jam family. Jam fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
Tell us in the comment down below your view on any of these suggestions for combating the so-called brain drain that Jamaica experiences, and what would you do to address it if you were in the position to make that difference. Thank you for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fam. We appreciate you and we thank you for coming on this journey with us. Bye for now, and we will see you in the next one.